Hey guys, in this short video I'll be demonstrating just how easy it is to get Bundy up and running and saving your business time, money and headaches. Firstly, I'll open up the staff app on the left and the admin app on the right. So Bundy is made up of two apps, that's it. One for your staff members and one for the admins. That means yourself and any managers of the business. This is a feature that's coming soon, so currently it just works for you, the owner of the business, which is great for most of our customers at the moment. Now, we'll quickly sign up to new accounts so I can show you the entire process and walk you through how quickly it actually is to get everything set up. So we'll pop some details into the admin app and we'll configure that. And we'll move on to the staff app here on the right. Great, we'll just put in some names here for the time being. It's not important, but look, we've got a first name, a last name. We've made this really simple. We've created a really easy to use interface. As you can see, it's super easy to get up and running with. And we also added a cool little feature, which I'll show you in just a moment, which is this cool little avatar here. We can create our account and that's it. That was only about 20 to 30 seconds. So create our new account here as well for our admin. We'll add in the details. I'll just put in a number here. Perfect, and we'll choose an avatar again. Great. So now we've got the staff app on the left set up, and we're setting up the admin app on the right. So we'll just quickly add in some extra details. So a business name, so that'd be the name of your business. So we'll say Max's Consulting Agency, right? Awesome. And we'll add a location name, so we'd say it's head office, and we'll give it an address. So 123 Fake Street, because this doesn't exist. Great, that's now set up. So we've got both the admin app on the right and the staff app on the left set up now and ready to go. So now we need to connect our staff members to our business, and that's done really simply. We just click this button down here. We want to add them via email. We do have the option to scan a QR code on their screen. I'll show you how that looks at the moment, but you obviously would need both devices side by side. So if we were to scan that, we'd open the QR option here and we'd be presented with a camera just to quickly scan that code on. But let's just do it via email at the moment. The email we assigned there is ta3@bundy.io. Now this should go in without a hitch. Great, invitation sent. Awesome. So in a few moments, we'll see an alert come through into our alert panel here. That'll actually ask the staff member if they'd like to join the business. Can't wait to take you through all of this up. It's really cool. So right here, we've got a new alert, we've got an onboarding request, we can see the time that it came through at. Echo Max would like to join your business. Yes, we'd love them to join. Oh, we'd love to join their business actually. There you go. Alert dismissed. So now we're part of this business over here, and we can see what business name is here. It's Max's Consulting Agency. So if we go back to the time clock now, we can actually see that we can actually start to track time already to the business. And if we're not scheduled, so in the schedule here, in this screen is where we create the actual schedules. If we're not scheduled on, we can actually still clock time, which is an awesome feature that allows you to still track time, where even if you didn't have time to create a schedule, or if you had somebody come in that was unscheduled but you needed to work, you can always track their time. So we'll start tracking time here, and you see that warning pops up, start a new shift now. It says we'd like to start a shift because it's detected that there are no shifts assigned, which is indicated here. So we're currently on shift, which is awesome. It's going to track time here on the left, and you can still use the app as normal while it's doing that, which is really cool. And it's going to go ahead and do that for us now. Now say I wanted my staff member here on the left to work tomorrow. I wanted to actually roster them in for a shift. Now that's super simple as well, because I can create a new shift here. I can find their name, Echo Johnson. I can give them a start time, easy peasy. So let's say I would like them to start tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's great. And say I'd like them to finish tomorrow at maybe 9 p.m. That's a great shift. And I can actually add a shift note on here. So I can actually add in really cool reminders that I might have on the top of my head at the moment that I might forget about while they're on shift. So I can perhaps say, remember to lock the door when you leave. And we can send that off now. And as you can see, this shift is now available here, and you can also see the avatar. So it's a really cool little thing we've built here to easily stay on top of schedules. And we can click this button here and actually see the shift notes that we've created and see any reply. So if there's no reply, we won't see anything. We can actually update the shift time. We can swap the shift and give it to another employee entirely. or we can cancel the shifts here on the left. Oh, here on the right. But we won't do that today. I'll show you how this entire process goes through though. So back here on the left, going into the bell, we can see that there's an alert, and a new alert has come through indicating that a new shift has been assigned with a timestamp and the description of the shift on the left, which is really cool. So now if we go into our schedule over here, we can see that we can add a shift note, so we can add a nice little reply like yes or done. Right, cool. And we can also cancel the shift if we don't want to complete it, and that'll send an alert back to the admin app to keep everybody up to speed, which is really important. So on the admin app, to view that shift note, like I showed before, all you'd have to do is click on this little button on the card, and there you go. You've got communication in the app. You didn't have to go to WhatsApp, you didn't have to go through SMS, you keep it all inside of one system, and it's really clean and really easy to maintain. You can come back to that shift note in the future if you ever wanted the oversight to actually backtrack, and that really gives you power, really empowers you as a small business owner to not have to run through, many different systems to find the information you're looking for relating to your business. So the weekly overview is a really cool feature as well. Now this will start to become live as we bring on new staff members on the left, which I can't demonstrate at the moment. We'd need to have need to have some data into the system, but essentially you'd see cards of all the employees stacked up based on the last week, and it'll give you a total hour and shift count, which is awesome if you run your own payroll, so you don't have to fumble across many systems. We also give you the future ability to export all of this information through Zapier to your existing payroll systems, such as Xero, MyOb, and any other major accounting systems that integrate with Zapier. So that's super easy. Magic insights. Now, as we start to add more staff and as more shifts start to get logged, we get these cool magic insights that we built into the application, which save you time reporting. And what they are essentially is they're just going to give you, they're little notes that are going to give you a heads up on how your business is performing based on if people are starting to trend and come to work a bit later than they should be. So let's use an example. Max on the left here comes late to work 4 times in the same week. You'll grab a magic insight right here in front indicating you of this occurring. So it's that cool intelligence that we've built into Bundy to make your life super easy as a business owner. You don't have to run reports, nothing complicated, and we've made it dead simple. So even demonstrating this platform even further, I can now finish this shift. So I can start a break, of course, as you would, and then that'll log the breaks, and we can continue back. We can end our break. Cool. And we can start another break, and then we can end our break. And then we can end the shift. So that's done and dusted. Great. As you can see, we've got a next shift indicator right here, giving us a heads up that, hey, tomorrow I've got a shift on the 15th of December between 5:57 p.m. and 9:57 p.m. I've got to work. That's cool. That's right there. It's always accessible. And that's pretty much Bundy. We have a ton more features on the way, including creating your own onboarding form. And what that is essentially is whenever you add a new staff member, you'll also have the accessibility to create your own form that actually has to be completed, similar to the sign-up form, before they join your business. And you'll actually have access to that file whenever you need to. So you can ask for job-specific things, you could ask for tax numbers, you could ask for signatures, and we give you the accessibility to do that all within Bundy. And that's a feature coming within the next 2 weeks. We're currently just testing out the final feature set, and that will be released. And you actually would have free access to that feature as part of our lifetime deal. So definitely don't miss out. Our usual monthly pricing is $99, so it's not hard to convey how much of a deal this actually is. And I guess before we end this call, I'll actually jump into staff members, and you can see that we have this really cool screen where you can actually search through your staff members when you have enough. So we can search for Echo at the moment, but we only get Echo. And we can also add staff in the top right-hand corner here. So we can add a staff member. So let's go into Echo's file, and we can actually see that he's created a shift. The shift is apparent here. This is the shift. We can also copy details really quickly to our clipboard. Makes life really easy. And we actually can terminate accounts right from the screen. So if we don't want anybody to log any more timesheets to us, or we've had to let somebody go, it's right here. But we won't terminate them today because they've been great. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. Please send any questions my way. This is pretty much as simple as it gets in terms of team management, staff management, however you want to look at it. The app just makes your life really easy, especially if you do have people around the world where you might need to track their time, or even if you have a local team. It really applies to a lot of cases, and we've made it open enough that you can come in and use it for any sort of thing you'd need for in your business without it being too snoopy. So we don't track financial information, we don't track your tax records, and we don't aim to. We're just providing you with utility that makes your life easier as a business owner. Thanks, guys.